What's up, everyone? Kitchell 22-130. It's the weekly Friday tradition here on the Kitchell Sports Network, breaking down the Thursday night game and talking about what's coming up this week in college football. Last night we had another ACC showdown between two top 25 teams. We were expecting a close defensive contest. What we got was a shootout on one end, and the other, one team was going home with a feeling of emptiness. And you'll find that out pretty quickly who that was. But before we get to this, don't forget, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Kitchell22130. Stay up to date on all future video episodes. And also, if you want to take a listen to my sports radio show here at Purdue, you can listen Monday, 5 to 7 p.m. at purdue.edu/WCCR. Click listen live in the top left corner and just go from there. Pretty fun show. We'll talk a lot about Purdue football and other things in the world of college and professional sports. So, let's go to Landshark Stadium, Miami and Georgia Tech. A good one in the ACC. It was two top 25 teams. And if you didn't remember last year, Georgia Tech pummeled them pretty much. But Ja'Cory Harris, this kid, they lost Kyle Wright, they lost Robert Marr, but the former freshman Ja'Cory Harris, now sophomore, finding LaRon Byrd for 40 yards in the score. That's not Michael Irvin, it's LaRon Byrd. And Georgia Tech, they were not rambling, or they were a wreck right now. Here's Ja'Cory Harris again finding Dedrick Epps for a 13-yard touchdown, the big tight end. 14-3 at the break. And look at Harris's first half statistics. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. And then it was all about the rushing defense for DU. Georgia Tech put up 472 on them last year in Atlanta, but this year, Randy Phillips was saying this is not going to happen this year. It's a great offense with the option run. Every team would be running it if it was great. It's unique, but it's assignment football. We just have to do our job. Well, they were doing their job. There's Oliver Vernon with a tackle in the backfield and Roddy Jones. Then Embry Peebles, nothing. And Randy Phillips showing him a little bit of wood action. Miami dominating from there. And that's it. 87 yards in the first half from Georgia Tech on the ground. They totaled about over 200 in the first half last year. Now, Travis Benjamin, not only good on the punt returns, but hello, Jordan Futch. Look out, Steven Sylvester. He is coming for your head. How about that little taste of an action there? He loses his hat. It wouldn't yield him any points. All it would just give him a little bit more momentum going into halftime with a 17-3 lead. In the second half, though, it was all about Javaris James. Now, we know Greg Cooper's a great running back, but Javaris James, he is putting up some yards. He picks up 15 on this run. On this run, though, he gets upended right there. But like every single tough football player, he pops right back up, and then on the next play, he earns his stripes and he gets to the paint. A 3-yard score for James. Miami takes a 24-3 lead from that point, and the Canes, boy, they just would not look back. Does this guy look familiar? Jimmy Graham. That's the center for Frank Hathan on the Miami basketball team. He picks up a score. And it wasn't over because Roddy Jones, a scary moment there, he gets flipped up by Von Telemark. He would be fine. Unfortunately, Georgia Tech would not be. They get demolished in an ACC contest, 33-17 by that team from Miami. So 14th ranked Georgia Tech, they're in trouble in the ACC. But look at this. This is the rest of the schedule for the U. They had 2 games already at the start of the season at Florida State, originally ranked, and then at home against Georgia Tech, they were 14th ranked. Here, now next week they have to go to Virginia Tech. After that, they host Oklahoma. Some people didn't think this team would be ranked at all. Other people didn't think they would have a winning record after their first 4 games. Well, they have a good shot at being undefeated.